can't keep me. I got dirt in my soul, rain in my chest. Walked through fire, never took no rest. You can curse my name, you can steal my crown, but every time I fall, I come back around. Tried to bury me deep, but the roots run wide. Thought I'd bend, thought I'd break, but I got that fight inside. You can't keep me down. Oh no, can't steal my sound.
Where the hell? No coffee this morning. I ran out yesterday. So, mountain opposite is. Son of a bitch is. I feel like I'm just sitting here wasting time, but also this is what awaits me. Can drop down behind me and go around. I'm just not positive that bull's there. And of course I'm looking for big, and I haven't laid eyes on him. It's gotta be in them trees there. So I should just go around. The camera's the kiss of death. No sooner did I say I should just go around, and that ball bugled right below me. So I'm gonna go for it. Drop off this ignorant bastard. There's a lot of bulls I can check off the list if I do this right. Starting with the meanest sounding one right below me here. Turn my head and call this way first. Couple little cow calls. Non-threatening. There's a little bench above me. I kept looking for him up there. No sooner did I shut the GoPro off, I forgot it was on. And he stood up from his bed right here at 40 yards and took off. He was not big, so no harm, no foul. But would have been funner to like call him in or do something. He's just laying there, got up 50 yards and ran off. I must have been pretty sneaky, so such is life. That one doesn't bother me. Move on up this phase. I'm not going back the way I came. I think there's two bulls in this because I spotted the one. I'm like, oh, that's that bull I saw this morning, short fifths and sixths. And then all of a sudden there was another bull there. I don't think I got confused, but bulls are bugling right over the top here. There's nothing I'm going to shoot, but it's getting like that mid-morning feel, and I'm just going to head up in there and have fun. The wind's right, just be part of elk. That's my plan. When I talked to you last, I was just gonna go hang out with the elk. Of course I busted some cattle, but this turned into a frickin' rut fest of, I think I saw two bulls, which I think I mentioned already, then two became three, then three became four just now. So I just kind of wanted to hang out with the group and see if something big hadn't moved in, but I can't. This mountain gets so thick. And I basically reached the thick stuff and I just cannot keep track of them in here. The wind died down and they all bugled a second ago and they're fanned out up there now. So for now I'm just going to sit here and see if one of those other bulls that doesn't have the cows comes back in here to look for me. But I won't be doing that long. Otherwise it's 8:30. I haven't stopped to take a break until just now. So I guzzle a bottle of water and it's probably over. Go drive around and kind of sort of make my way out of here. Awesome morning. Well, I'm walking back on the road. Decided to let out a couple calls and a growler bull. Honestly, wasn't sure if it was cattle or a bull, the first one. Bugled again. Wind's good for now. He's below me. he's in the shade, so I don't know. We'll give him a play.
Of course, there's a lot of times to be quiet in the elk woods, and then there's times where that's just not possible, and this is one of those times. And really, I think that a lot of times, you know, crashing down the mountain like this, it just adds to the realism. You're a 700-pound animal moving in, that's what you're trying to be. And so, you know, it would be unrealistic if you were quiet in this situation, even though it feels wrong to just crash through all this deadfall.
Impenetrable. That may have been the same bull from bright and early this morning that I never got a look at. Looked the same, bugled the same. He was coming in though. I mean, there was no setup worth a shit in here at all. I mean, I was like 30 yards away and didn't even know it. Okay. say we're done for the morning, but you never know. Check out this rub in here. That's as high as I can reach right there. Well, I feel like a puss, but I'm currently cramping up on my thigh, and I'm still a ways out. So some of you have seen this, but mustard packets. It's not the most appetizing thing, I'll give you that, but gone. Oh, flies open too. As for the, maybe that caused the cramp, but as for the cramp, oh, I can still feel it a little bit. And yeah, I'll swish it around to make sure. I don't really know how it works, but get that salt intake or vinegar or whatever it is. Cured. Well, pretty uneventful evening. Just getting back to camp, listening to Monday Night Football. Vikings and Bears. Don't really much care, except for my picks, of course. But anyway, I saw elk tonight. Every elk I saw was on the move, on the run. Never could get any footage. They weren't big anyway. Nothing but bulls in that area. I've now seen over 40 bulls, not one cow. I'm kind of hunting the cows. It feels like if I could find the cows in that area, I'd find that big bull that's running around with them, but I can't. So, marking that off the list. Tomorrow is my last morning for this trip. Struggling with what to do tomorrow. I'll figure it out by the time it's first light, I'm sure. But sorry I did a bad job of bringing you along. There wasn't a whole lot to show tonight. September 9th already this morning. Had just a terrible night of sleep. The wind blew so hard. Well, that folded up during the night. The grill, let's see. Come on. But I had to get up and shut the old, whatever you want to call this, the window shade thing, because it was rattling so much. I also haven't had, well, much caffeine for a couple days due to running out of coffee. So had a headache last night. Took a 2 to 3 hour nap yesterday. So screwed with my falling asleep. Thought I had a mouse in the camper. Been a fear since Chris has been battling them. Finally, after 20 minutes, figured out it was just a moth fluttering against the wall. Anyway, we got some cloud cover now. Still breezy. I don't know if it's going to lay down by morning or not. Everything on the weather says 2-mile-an-hour winds. If you can hear it in the mic, it's not. So off we go. Raining on me now. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Got a bull bugling. I bugled up on the top of the hill. This is why I walked in through this area, even though it's about 1.5 miles from where I wanted to be. But see if he'll give me one again. He's pretty much right on the unit boundary, which is what I expect over here. jinx of all bugles. Seemingly every time you bugle. Without a camera on, one will answer. Oh well, I'm just gonna keep going. The wind mostly is at my back, and I'm going into the sun. That's just not how I planned it, but there's no other way into here. So I'll circle around him. Of course, when I got down in this hole, the wind swirls in that bull's favor, which is not uncommon. Seemingly anytime something's down in a hole like this, the wind will swirl. Think of the wind like going around. Yeah, one bugled, but that wasn't him. Anyway, think of the wind like water going around a rock, you know. Those back eddies, it'll just swirl around it. Nothing you can really do. Well, things are unfolding. Bugled back and forth with that bull, never could really look and see what he was. Got the spotter out, which it would have been too dark. But he moved off before I could do anything with that. Ended up following some people in here. Of course, I had no idea. They'd already drove through that stuff. So I think that bull was ginked up from the start, which makes sense. So left that. Talked to that guy and a lady. The lady's got the tag. They've got a plan. I said, well, if you don't mind, I'll just keep walking past you and over where I wanted to be. And they said, that's cool. So, everybody's cool this morning. He had first dibs. And I hope she kills her bull. There's another bull bugling up where I plan to go. So, we'll soon find out what unfolds this morning. They're already across. Oh, damn it. I don't know. I hope you can hear that. For those that know, you know. There's the unit boundary. There's the elk. Just trying to get a look at him to see if it's worth, you know, trying to play this game, get in here at 4 in the morning type deal or not. But I don't know that I will. Well, things have just changed drastically here. This is on the good side, and that looks to be a great bull. And I believe I've got to go. I got to get a good look at him, number one. And just figure out what I'm doing here. Of course, there's those other people. That's not where they were headed. But, you know, maybe that's their elk from last night.
They call me witch, they call me wild. Said I was nothing but the devil's child. But I howl at the moon and I dance through the pain. With a stomp, with a clap, like a runaway train. Tried to silence my song, but I sing too loud. Tried to lock me away, but I burn right through that shroud. You can't keep me down. Oh no, can't steal my sound.
If you're gonna pick this bull apart, he's got little thirds, that's it. Everything else is really nice. Of course, he's got 95 cows. That's an exaggeration, but not by much. And as you can tell, he's on a road. Look at that view, man. Of course, my fear is somebody comes down that road, but I think the elk I've been standing here making sure they're not going to go left through a little saddle that you can kind of see. I guess you can't really, but by those dead aspens, there's a saddle to the left. I wanted to be sure they weren't going to cut through there, and that's over the top of the ridge, but they seem content to be on this side or the right side. All right. Now to make a plan to kill him. The wind's now going uphill. Man. All right. I'm going to get a little closer. Last view I saw directly above me, that's like less than 300 yards. I have no idea how I'm going to get through all those quakies, but I'll find a way, I guess. They're all busting out of there. I have no idea why. Damn it. All over where he just was. Still in the game. I cut him off. I can't believe I cut him off. They hold up in front of me here in an aspen patch. Wind swirling all over. But he just bugled. I assume they're on the move. I'm just going right at them through this sage, or in there on the other side of it somewhere. I'm just gonna have to adjust as they move, I guess. I don't know. Spike. Striking distance. Drop my pack right here.
After that spike disappears, I just simply make a mad dash for where that happened. I know that it benches off of there, and there's seemingly nothing else I can do but get up to that spot and just hope that bull's right below me.
bugle at him, one of two things happens. He comes or he goes. That's it. If you sneak around, you kind of maximize your opportunity. What do you say about that? That's the definition of all hell breaking loose. It's already here and around this once today. Twice now. Hey, I got to hunt that bull. What more could you ask? When I popped over the top right there, if he'd have been below me instead of to my left 80 yards, just luck at that instance. I had some cows right there at 40, 50 yards. He wasn't with them. He went around to scoop up some more cows. So, what could have been? I should mention I pride myself in not blowing the whole thing up, and I thought I hunted that pretty smart, just a lot. That bull, none of these things ever really knew what happened. One cow was right here by this old road, a lot closer than I thought. I could have went and not tried to cut him off going down this road. I could have went all the way around this quakey patch. And of course, maybe that'd have been better. Of course, maybe would have ended the same way. I don't know. But anyway, she saw me and busted, and that's an instance where I wish I'd had the bugle too, but that plastic It's just loud. So I decided to leave it and be stealthy. Again, who's to say that would have worked either, but man, fun. I can't say disappointing, just of course wish I could have killed that bull. If you really care about score that much, you could beat him up on his thirds a little, and they're short, but he's so mature. I just love big top ends. But oh well, enough rambling. I got to hunt him. Well, what I didn't show you is these elk. No idea what happened, and they ended up holing up over here. So I was headed back, but they bugled, or that bull bugled, and he bugled again, and he bugled again. And finally I couldn't take it anymore. So I turned around and headed back over, only for him and all those cows to give me the slip somewhere. I don't know if my wind swirled and they did one of them things where they winded me from 200 plus yards or what, but I never heard them go. That bull, I don't know, he was in a hole and now he's not. It was 9 o'clock when I started that adventure, and now it's 11. I guess I said all that to say this. Whew, this is the end of episode 2. Sorry it didn't end out like we wanted. But hey, the season is young. Thank you guys for watching it. Oh man, I gotta head back to work for a couple days, and then I'm off to Montana to hunt with Preston and Tessa. Look, I like to be secretive, but in this case I'm hunting the Missouri River Breaks of Montana. It's a bucket list place. People say it's not what it used to be. I don't care, I just want to hunt elk there. That was my #1 priority going into this year until I randomly drew this tag. So, sucks to leave here, but a great adventure awaits. I guess I hope you'll join me on that one too. Again, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I know sometimes this thing's a little rough around the edges, or a lot rough around the edges, but hey, I do the best I can. Hope it's enjoyable. See you later.
You can't keep me